How you doing, Interblobs? Un here and Side Salad for another episode of I Played a Thing, Demon Souls, Loop 2, Abridged. We are on our way to becoming a respectable mage. We're a little bit of a fledgling now with only 2 spells. However, we are well along our way, building up our magic stat primarily, and also will for more attunement slots and MP. I am going to want to, I was looking at my weapon and equipment options, and I am going to put 2 points into strength just so I have the access to the best shield of the mid-shield class, if I'm able to find one. But for the most part, yeah, I'm going to be ignoring strength and dex entirely. And I kind of goofed a little last episode. I said I was going to do my usual order. My usual order I would actually do Stonefang next, but I am going to go to 4-1 before Stonefang this time, because there is a weapon here that would do me a great benefit for a long time. In fact, it may well be the bread and butter weapon we end up using for the majority of the game. And you will see why, not too terribly long from here, assuming everything goes okay. By this point, I usually have the purple flame shield, which I am not going to put the strength into using this time, and so the skeletons might break my guard a little easier than I'm used to, but we will give it our best. Alright, let's see how dangerous this is. Okay, so far, pretty decent. That didn't stagger me too bad. This is actually the second best medium shield in the game, so a very nice one to start out with. The actual best mid-grade shield is kind of hard to come by. You can either buy it for a lot of souls, or you can get a lucky drop from a Blue-Eye Knight. So whether we'll actually end up with one of those or not, I couldn't tell you at this point. If we don't, it's not a huge deal. The second best shield that we're currently using really isn't that much of a downgrade from the best one. Well, I suppose best is somewhat subjective depending on what you want out of a shield, but I'm talking about in terms of raw stability. Okay, the skeletons are actually quite a bit more dangerous when I can't poke from behind my shield as I'm used to being able to do at this point in the game, because their roll does do damage if it hits you unguarded, as well as breaking down your stamina. So, getting the timing on that took a little bit of adjusting. Yes, that's how much I usually use thrusting weapons. But you can see the kind of adjustment it took by looking at my healing supply right now. Oh, my precious antique crescent moon grass, look what they done to you. Now we have our first talisman, so when we acquire some miracles, which we have 1 slot for at present, we'll actually be able to use them. Now, if I'm not sorely mistaken, this is what I came for. Trouble is, I'll have to get past a black dual katana skeleton in order to acquire it. But these guys don't quite stay up in your shit as much as the rolling skeletons do, so it might actually be a little more manageable. Although they do have giant sacks of HP, which could pose its own problem. Oh yeah, look at that damage. Whoa! Also, blocking doesn't work quite as well as I might like. Okay, they can stagger me with the big flying slash, but... oh, they can hit behind them a bit too. At least the flying swing can't go straight through my guard, which I was kind of afraid it might. Wait, what the hell am I doing? I have magic. This is, like, infinitely better. Actually, I wonder if these guys are more weak to fire. I think they might be. Heavens, yes! As busted as magic is in this game, I don't tend to focus on it, and so sometimes I kind of forget it's a thing. Now, let's see if this is the baby I was looking for. Ah, ha, 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 I thought it was. A Crescent Falchion +1. Crescent weapons are quite lovely if you're running a mage type of character. Let's go ahead and put that on. You see, it scales with my magic stat. A-scaling at that. And we don't have to worry about upgrading it through the basic upgrade style up to the branch point. And in addition to scaling with my magic stat, it also has an MP regen effect. So I can just walk around with this weapon out and just be restoring MP all the time. And if we get a fragrant ring, that will stack. The other type of magic scaling weapon doesn't have the MP regen effect, and it has less magic scaling on it, although it does retain some of its other scaling, whereas a Crescent weapon will only have magic scaling on it. Ho ho ho! Now we're cooking with gas. Now, our boy Vanguard 2.0 here, I don't remember... Oh! No one said you could do that. I don't think I can target him from here, so I'm going to try and snipe him. Don't have many arrows, but it should be enough. If I can not hit the terrain. Well, so much for that. I'll just stay close to the wall. So I was saying, our boy Vanguard 2.0 here, I'm not real sure what his resistances are off the top of my head, so let's try both. Fire. 115, not bad. Straight magic damage. 91. Flamethrower it is. Scaling off our magic damage doesn't do too bad against him either. Oh, and I should mention that instead of normal damage, the Crescent weapon does magic damage, in addition to scaling off the magic stat, so it will be effective against enemies with such weaknesses. Ah, hot knife through butter, that is. Skeletons have become such a smaller concern all of a sudden.
You! Scary! Give Sparkly me! Give Twinkly me! Me! You! Trade! Trade! Give me Sparkly Twinkly!
So here we are at Sparkly once again. And the birds flying around reminded me, it's kind of hard to tell from down here, but if you can get a decent look at them, they actually have two pairs of wings, and the official name of Sparkly is Double-Winged Hawk Girl, so she's one of them, possibly a little more anthropomorphized. Anyway, whilst I am here, I have a pretty good trade to make. You may recall, I did remember that the... What the hell is the name of it? Oh, the telescope. Wow, I had a hard time finding that word. The telescope could be traded, but I couldn't remember what. Now I do. And it's pretty good.
Sparkly! Happy! Happy!
A fragrant ring, nice and early.
What? Give me, please!
We can add that to our Crescent weapon and get some really nice MP regeneration.
Give me, give me.
Oh, shush. Unfortunately, the compound longbow does take quite a bit of strength and dex to actually wield, so we'll probably end up sticking to the compound shortbow, unless there's something else I decide I want better. Aha. These guys. Now, I remember quite distinctly, they take more damage from magic than they do from fire. Also, storm beasts are a thing. Okay, falchion is harder to hit those with than I remembered. Something to keep in mind. Ah well. Three shots. Ain't that a beauty? Now then. We are at the gate of the Adjudicator boss fight. You may recall me mentioning that I have a perfect win record against this boss. We may not be able to say that after this session because I'm going to try doing something I've never done before. Specifically, I'm going to try to shoot down at it from the upper catwalks. Can't remember if I mentioned this last time around, but it can destroy the upper catwalks with its tongue, sending you falling. Hopefully not fatally falling. I can't remember how tall this room actually is, proportionally off the top of my head. But, yeah, I know it's a thing you can do, just shooting the bird from above and hitting its weak point that way, but I've really never attempted it just because hitting the wound in its side is so easy. But we're going to be experimental today. We're going to see how this goes. Actually, I'm going to hang out for just a little longer and let my MP regenerate. I do have the not the cling ring, I do have the fragrant ring on right now, to stack with my crescent weapon. Something else I should probably mention is that upgrading the crescent weapon, which we are going to want to do as soon as possible, once we have access to some Dark Moonstone, I think that's the right material, but upgrading the crescent weapon will improve its MP regeneration rate, so that's pretty neat too. Might as well get the wand out. Oh. I don't know if we can actually destroy the stone up here. Yes! The answer is yes! That was very nearly my first Adjudicator death already. Let's try and gain a little height here. A little, not too much. Pretty good damage. Ooh! Oh my god. Perfect record destroyed. God damn, I left a lot of souls on the floor too. Oh well. Carelessness. Nationwide #1 cause of soul pile sacrifice. Okay, so I am in no mood whatsoever to take another L to the Chubb Corporation here, so we're gonna do this the normal way. Just because you have a really nice hammer doesn't mean every problem is a nail, and the whole avoiding the tongue thing, Seems a little better to just take your chances with the cleaver on the ground. Which is much, much easier to... Oh dear. Okay, that could have been worse. Don't want to do that, though. And I am having a bad time against Adjudicator today. Oh my god! Third time's a charm. Third time should never happen against this particular boss, but third time's a charm. That was infinitely more trouble than it ever should have been. Now to collect the evidence of my shame. And our swollen demon soul. We're really not going to have any use for the meat cleaver this time around, so maybe I actually will trade it in for regeneration. Or just eat it. Oh, our crestfallen friend has finally left us. I'll put that to good use, my man. Maybe not right away, but in due course.
Thou seekest then... Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Go ahead and get those 2 points of strength. Now I should never have to worry about that again.
Let strength be granted so the world
Some more
might be
will.
mended.
More magic.
The world might be mended.
Vitality. Endurance. And what the hell, we'll do another round of the same. My equipment's probably in a fine mess right about now. I don't think I have enough to upgrade anything. Well, I could upgrade my compound short bow, but I don't think I want to do that. Kite shield +2? No, we need another 2 hardstone for that. I figure I might as well upgrade the kite shield at least until the point that it starts taking chunks. At which point, maybe I'll trade off to the night shield if I have one by then. I'll probably use a few more spice here.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Man, if only I had more use for Cloudstone. Cloudstone makes shields dark, which means that they get more magic block, but they lose physical block. And I think they also lose stability, so usually not a good trade-off, especially considering this game does have the Dark Silver Shield in it. Now, normally, as you know, I will save 4-2 for last, but getting Urbane would not be too difficult, and I think I'm gonna do that. That's not 4. few goodies in Adjudicator's area first that I completely forgot about. I don't think there's anything too exciting, but a soul item's always good. And you never know when we might need a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes.
Oh.
I noticed a couple things about Blige here. First of all, he sells Dark Moonstone, although at quite a dear price, but that could be useful for us in going along the Crescent Path. I'm pretty sure that's the right material for it. Also, he sells a longbow, which might actually be better than my compound shortbow, but I'd need another 2 points of dexterity for it. For the range, that might be worth it. I'll have to keep that in mind.
But a bit of it.
Actually, that raises an important question. Will the shortbow actually hit the Reaper from here? Come on, baby, come on. Yes, very good. Takes kind of a while to make the kill, though. Long enough for the Shadow Lurkers to get on my ass. There we go. Takes him a while to walk back to his starting position. Reapers pretty much always have Dark Moonstone. I think it's practically a guaranteed drop, if not a fully guaranteed drop, so that'll be helpful along this upgrade path. Check it out, Shield Twinsies! In honor of the Adjudicator getting not 1, but 2 first-time wins over me. But let's put the right one back on. Now then, this time around, we're meeting Patches in the Shrine of Storms for the first time rather than Stonefang, so I think he should have slightly different dialogue.
Oh, the demons haven't got to you, have they? Well, I'm in luck. You see that pit? It's filled with treasure. But, I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. It's more riches than I've ever dreamed of. That's it. That pit just there. Go on, get a little closer.
I'm onto you. But we might as well get this over with, and hope that I'm in good shape against the Katana Demon down there. We'll let the kick in the ass play for old time's sake.
Don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time, starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Little does he know, I'll be buying shit from him in the not terribly distant future. And there is our problem child right over there. We might as well grab the loot and talk to Urbane first off. Oh shit! I'm alive! I just realized I did not Nexuside myself. That was very foolish of me. Oh well. We'll just have to be double careful. Ah, more Dark Moonstone. Very good, we need to be collecting that.
Heavens, well, the river, but pray with Umbasa. Heavens, well, the river, but have pray with me, Umbasa.
Gotta get an uninterrupted Umbasa in there. Hey, Makoto! I'm not sure we'll be messing with you this time. And I don't know what you're weaker to. Soul Arrow, 88. Fire. Fire is evaded. Stop evading. Oh, you're gonna be trouble, aren't you? Ooh, 129. Fire it is. I've already spent a lot of MP against him, but if I can get him to keep whiffing an attack, and then pop him before he can recover, that seems to be fairly effective. Not always as easily done as said, however. Do that again. Combo, even better. Oh, I'm out. Alright. Do the falchion for a while. And he doesn't break my guard too bad, so that's fortunate. And our crescent does solid damage against him. Magic defense isn't too high, even though fire is a bit better. There, that wasn't bad at all. Chunks of Dark Moonstone. Oh, that'll be good to have. See, I'm taking notice of this shit, which I didn't really care that much about last time around. There isn't any more booty around here, is there? I don't remember any, but I want to be thorough.
Oh, did you cleanse the god Umbasa?
And a fine Umbasa to you. Now we commence Operation Get the Fuck Out of Here because I do not want to be in 4-2 while I'm alive. Alright, now we're properly Nexus-sighted.
Thou then soul of the mind.
Let's see if I can get those two put into dexterity so I can use that longbow, which I did buy from Blige.
Drawn from its vessel. Let strength be
Just enough.
granted so the world might be mended. Art thou mend?
There we go. That'll give us a little more range, because what we need out of a bow is really not power, it's just the ability to aggro things from the largest possible distance. Let me see what her Bane actually has.
Thank now, if
Sells the usual shit, and I could buy the regeneration spell from him with the swollen demon soul. I may have to think about that. I think heal would be more useful in the long run, though. Maybe when I have the money.
Yes, but you must.
So I was thinking about seeing if I could upgrade my falchion at all, and then I was going to head into 3-1 and try to get Freyk nice and early. However, when I went to upgrade my Crescent Falchion, I had completely forgotten that Boldwin can't do that. Only Ed can. So I'm going to go ahead to Stonefang, and we're going to make Ed our next target. Now I think two-handing. Yeah, that gives us a nice vertical smash, so I think that should work better against the geckos with this weapon. Let's give it a try. Ah, indeed it does. Duly noted. A little ways into Stonefang, I have a couple of quick notes. First off, I went ahead and upgraded the kite shield with some hardstone that I bought from the Filthy Man. And second, the scale miners. They are quite resistant to slashing damage, which can be a bit of an aggravation for new players. I didn't have too much of a problem with that last time because I had piercing damage with my spear. You know what else is pretty good against them? Magic damage. Whew, 1 R2. Here we go. This will give us access to our first trip to Blacksmith Ed, and open the all-important shortcut from the beginning of the area. I really think I ought to have enough Dark Moonstone to get at least one level. Probably just one, but I should have enough for one, I hope. And we have just enough standard splinters. What do we need for the next level? We're gonna need 6 splinters and a chunk. Okay, well, we've got a few chunks, but those splinters are gonna be some work to gather. Unless we just buy a ton of them from Blige, but that would be extremely expensive. And as is usual for Stonefang, I've been picking up a ton of regular ore as I go along from the various bag-carrying scale miners. So, can we upgrade this again? Oh yes, easily. And we can go ahead and upgrade to the large splinter level. And all we would need is one more standard splinter to upgrade it to +6, so I'm going to go upstairs and do that. There we go, a quick trip to Filthy, and we're ready for +5. For 6 we'll need... we still don't need chunks, so we could go to 6 once we have the necessary upgrade materials, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Taking our Crescent Falchion from +1 to +2, and our shield from +2 to +5. Pretty good for a single session.
All done?
Oh ho, the Chris knife. Oh, this is gonna be lots of fun. It is, in fact, probably where most of our colorless demon souls, if not all of our colorless demon souls, are gonna go. Because the Chris knife decreases magic defense, while greatly increasing magic offense. And it is one of the things that you can use to make magic unbelievably broken in this. Also, it's just about spider time. Oh, and the reason that I would be using colorless demon souls on the Chris knife, it does increase its spell boosting properties. So, upgrades for that aren't just about increasing its damage as a melee weapon, which is really not its purpose. I mean, there's no reason you couldn't, but yeah, it's just not what it's for. Any other goodies around here before I go to it? No, I think that about covers it. Do I want to use the Chris knife? Oh, let's live dangerously. We'll put that in place of the bow, I believe. Everything else is fine on this side. You see that thing in my status effect area with the green arrow pointing up? That is the effect of the Chris knife. And I can switch to my shield whenever I'm not going on the offense. So I think this will be a pretty solid setup for the boss here. Also, I'm going to put on my fragrant ring, because the thief's ring really isn't going to do me any good here, I don't think. Now, last time, I took on the armor spider in melee, which, if you have the timing right, I think is actually the easier way, but most people consider fighting at a distance with magic to be the easier way, so you can make up your own mind. We definitely want to have the wand out. I do hate those webs. We do take more chip damage from the fireballs now. Ah, missed. A little out of range there. But we did quite good damage when we actually got our hit in. can get my shield up in time. I can block a little bit with the Chris knife, although it isn't exactly good for it. Not timing my shots very well here. As if you couldn't tell. It's a headache because you can't really block when you're... I'm sorry, you can't really dodge when you're webbed. Now we're getting into our rhythm. Not like that. Perfectly happy to take advantage of the relatively short range of the triple shot. Put that shield up while I'm webbed. Of course, something else you don't have to worry about when you're in this situation is the big half-the-hallway blast that he does when he's in melee range, which will totally ruin you if you get caught in it. Done and done. That was a little messy because I was not doing particularly well with my shot timing or my dodge timing or getting my shield up in time when I couldn't dodge. But you get how it works. And, you know, on re-experiencing that, I think it probably is the easier and safer way. The melee's not that much worse, though, as long as you get the timing of dodging through its scissor slashes. And, of course, getting the hell out of the way when it fills the entire tunnel with death. Let's myrtleize this lizard real quick, and then we'll call it a session. Oh, shite. Well, never mind. Got plenty of ore anyway. We'll just clean up. We'll just get our clock cleaned up. Forgot those are technically 2 scale miners, and thus a little hardier. Claim our demon soul, of course, and head on home. Not a whole lot of souls for that, but might be enough for a level or 2, but let's check first to make double sure that I don't have enough, ore to do another upgrade on the shield. Nope, need quite a bit more. That's alright.
You come back alive. I need your business.
I'll go ahead and take care of my business with Thomas off screen, but first let's see if we can get ourselves a level or 2. Probably just one. But that's okay.
Soul of the mind, key to life's
We've got Vitality and Endurance at 15, Magic at 16, Endurance at 15, so that would be a good place to put it, I think. Or Vitality. We'll go Endurance first.
Art thou done? Mean that?
Okay, that has gotta be enough raw footage for an episode now, even though I'm going to be editing out quite a bit of it. But it has been a productive session indeed, and I thank you, as always, for joining me for it. Do take care, everyone. Hope to see you again real soon, when we take our first run into Latria to rescue Sage Frake. Until then, this is Un. Signing off. Today's Streak Breaker has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, Dodecalope, Jarogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Dan Larson, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, Yuka Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, Mystery Accent, Lakota, Meiyan Ling, Renaman, Fate Everywhere, Rio, TJA, Sparkaziah Lefzer, Super Pervert 69, and other adjudicated patrons. Thank you all for your ever-generous and ever-helpful support. You're very kind and it really does make a difference. To my ever-loving comment regulars, faithful subscribers, and every pair of eyes and ears trained on this here honor roll, thank you very much as well. Hope life's doing you a solid, or that it will real soon, and I look forward to hitting the trail with you again next episode. Till then. Hello out there, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a good time, and I've been glad to have you. If you enjoyed this video, new subscribers always brighten my day, and if you really dig my stuff and would like to support me on Patreon, I shall be very grateful indeed. You're also invited to go with the stream every Friday at twitch.tv/unplayedathing. Thank you again, and have a good one.